Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, from Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, it's time for another edition of Big Beefy's Boston Ballers Beat, where we talk Boston sports as highlights from the Red Sox, Celtics, Bruins, and New England Patriots. Acquisitions or trades or call-ups or whatever it has to do with Boston sports or sports all over the country. And now here is the man that will bring you the sports reports himself, the master of sports shenanigans, Eric M. Lima. And thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans, 1977, episode 2569 of the show, and this will be episode 20 of Big Beefy's Boston Ballers Beat. That's right. This is where I talk about everything Boston sports, New England sports, and all that good stuff. And ladies and gentlemen, I gotta tell you, this is a great day for New England sports. And there's some sad news, though, that the regular baseball season has officially come to an end, ladies and gentlemen. Postseason is about to begin. And if your team's not in the playoffs, better luck next year. If your team's in the playoffs, best of luck to you all in the playoffs. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we are announcing that ladies and gentlemen, not announcing, but ladies and gentlemen, the Red Sox are going to the playoffs. That's right. With their walk-off win against Detroit on Friday, the Red Sox are in. But they're not going to be the AL East champions. That's going to be either to Toronto or New York. And it looks like Toronto may end up winning the division since they're winning their game. Question is, who will the Red Sox face? And mostly it's going to be New York. And in their game starting the Tuesday, the wild card round, well, Garrett Crochet will be starting that game against the Yankees, against Max Fried. There'll be a battle of ace lefties, and it'll be a heck of a game for sure. If everything holds up the way they've been holding up right now. Now, so 2-3 against Detroit, and they just won today, 4-3, thanks to the homers by Masataka Yoshida and David Hamilton. And Jose De Leon will pick up the victory for the Red Sox. And I'll tell you what, it has been a wild season for the Red Sox. I mean, they led the league in walk-off wins. They traded away possibly one of the highest paid players in Red Sox history in Rafael Devers. And the Giants, ironic is they traded him away, which to a team that's been recently eliminated from the playoffs, and the Red Sox are going to the playoffs. How crazy is that, huh? I mean, I remember Red Sox made sacrifices like that. I remember 2004 they traded away Nomar Garcia-Parra and to get Orlando Cabrera and Doug Mientkiewicz, and then they acquired Dave Roberts as well from the Dodgers. And the curse has been broken. So, will that be the case this season? Trading away a very popular Red Sox player, a very high-paid Red Sox player. Will that be the case? Will that sacrifice mean everything? I don't know. I mean, because when the Red Sox called up Roman Anthony, I think that's when the spark plug started going. And I mean, ever since the Red Sox were hanging in there to try to see if they can win the division. And they didn't win in the AL East, but trying to go to the playoffs. That was most important. Alex Cora said, don't worry about it. Don't worry about playoffs. We'll get there when we get there. And guess what? Alex Cora's got the Sox to focus, and boom, the Sox are in. Now, the Red Sox have dominated over the New York Yankees this regular season. How will they do in the playoffs? We'll find out for sure. Remember, the Yankees are the defending American League champions. So that is something to bear in mind. And I'll tell you what, if Roman Anthony comes back during the playoffs, great. Now, will I think they'll advance far? I don't know. I mean, you got some players that don't have the experience of being in the playoffs. So this is still a very young team. Only Alex Cora and Alex Bregman, the two Alexes, and then you got Jason Varitek with them, that know what the playoffs are all about. Remember, Varitek's got a couple of World Series rings with couple of World Series rings with the Sox. Alex Cora's got one from 2018, and Bregman's got one for the Astros. So that experience could come into play, and Dustin May's got one with the Dodgers. So you got that experience going. So we shall see what happens. Trevor Story, being with the Rockies, has never made a play to the playoffs before. Nathaniel Lowe has also had experience with the Washington Nationals. No, with the Texas Rangers winning the World Series for them as well. For them as well. I believe 2023, giving the Texas Rangers their first World Series victory. So we shall see what happens if. Let's see if those guys can come together and help the other players out. Will Marcelo Mayer make it? I don't know. So Roman Anthony may not make it. He's going to rehab in Fort Myers while the Red Sox are in the wild card round. So if the Red Sox make it 5, maybe they'll bring him in. But if not, well, let's rest up for next season, and we'll see what happens there. But for right now, Red Sox are playoff bound. Could be more potentially facing the Yankees. We shall see what happens then. Will the Yankees be back to their winning ways against Boston? Who knows? Time will tell. Time will tell. And but I'm very happy they won the last game of the season 4-3. They end up in third place. And hey, we're in the playoffs. That's what's important. Make it to the playoffs. It's good. I know we want to. I know Sox probably want to win the whole thing, but we shall see. They did win a World Series of the wild card, and that was their first World Series. And the rest of the World Series they won, division title. They were AL East champions. So we shall see what happens on that. On that exchange. So, yep. So the Red Sox officially now the final record for the regular season. I'm going to look that up right now. Let's see. So, right now, the Red Sox ended up 89-74. 89 from 74. So 89-74, excellent record. Let's see how they do in the playoffs and in third place. Let's go talk about the New England Patriots. Their season, 4 games in, the Patriots did something that has not been done in 3 years. That score 40 points or more. And the last time they scored 40 points or more was 3 years ago when they dropped 50 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. But the Patriots have won today, defeating the Carolina Panthers 42-13. That was a blowout. Heck of a game. Looks like the Patriots got everything right. And I think the most important thing about this is that the Panthers, still a young team. Bring Bryce Young. I believe that he's going to be the future for the Panthers as their quarterback. They got Andy Dalton as well. We'll see if Andy Dalton can help out. And it was. But the Patriots, when they had the problem offensively last week against the Steelers, 4 fumbles, I believe, for Ramondre Stevenson. Antonio Gibson dropped 1 as well for 5 fumbles. Too many penalties. That kind of shot themselves in the foot with that one. But now they started cleaning it up. They had some penalties in the beginning, but then they started cleaning it up. No fumbles at all. No turnovers at all. That was the most important thing. And they kept their foot on the gas, and I was kind of hoping they would reach 50 points, but you know what? Hey, I'm happy they scored 42. In fact, they had a huge lead in the first half, 28-6, and then they ended up going 14 more points, and hit up 42 points. 42-13 was the final score. First win at Gillette Stadium finally this season. And Chuck Woolery record 2-2. They got the Bills coming up next. And Gary, I'm keeping an eye on you, boy. Anyways, nah. Now, Jordan told me that, my good buddy Jordy Scow, who's a Panthers fan, congratulated me. It was a good win. I said, well thanks. The Patriots needed that victory and everything else. But, like I said, the season's still young. Panthers could some teams can come back on a 1-3 start or something like that. Bills are getting too good, so Patriots may have a tough challenge ahead of them. We might go 3-2 or 2-3. Who knows? All I know is right now, Pats are in second place in the AFC East. We might not win the division in the AFC East, but a wild card, berth that we're gonna playoff berth, that would be something the Patriots could shoot for. And Mike Vrabel, he knows all about playoffs. He knows all about winning Super Bowls. So we'll see if the Patriots can do it. If they can, will number 7 be on their radar? But right now, season's still young. 4 games in, 2-2. We got Pats got the Bills coming up, and that's going to be testing out the Patriots for sure, because the Bills are just very, very good, and the Patriots need to be very careful with that team. So we don't want a repeat performance from the Steelers, of course. So we shall see. So yeah, Patriots beat the Dolphins in their home turf, and then in Miami's home turf. First time in 6 years that's happened. Now, the first time in 3 years, Patriots put 40 more points on the board on their side, and won at home for the first time this season. So I'm really, really happy about this. It's a great day in New England sports for the Red Sox and Patriots. It's going to be like I said, great day, of course. And I think eating American chop suey must have brought the Patriots a lot of luck, don't you think? Yeah, so I want to thank everybody who came in today during my live stream over on the Network 3000 channel. I want to thank David St. Dennis for allowing me once again to help him out with that and take over to do the Patriots games. Thank you very much, David. Appreciate it. So yeah, like I said, Red Sox won, Patriots won. It's a good day. It's a good day in New England sports, baby. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm loving it. So, let's see. Al Horford, who used to play for the Celtics, now ends his career with the Celtics. He is now going to the Golden State Warriors, signed a multi-year deal with them. And Golden State Warriors, they've always been known to make the playoffs go. Yeah, you're led by Stephon Curry. So, Al Horford, thank you very much for your contribution to the Boston Celtics. And best of luck to you in Golden State. You always will be a Celtic in our eyes. And I'm really sorry to see you go, brother. So, Al Horford, thank you for that championship. So, and then you got the Bruins, who've been doing well in the preseason, I think. Okay, I'm going to try to see. Let's see. Well, so far the preseason, the Bruins are 2-1 in the preseason play, which is good. Yeah, they haven't started yet. Let's go in preseason play, 2-1. Let's see how many preseason games. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 preseason games, so 3 more preseason games, and they'll start the season against the Washington Capitals. So that will be a very interesting situation. How Marco Stern is the new head coach for the Bruins, how he will do and handle the Bruins. Well, I know the Bruins have been threatening to they have not won the Stanley Cup since 2011. So this could be a huge opportunity for the Bruins here. And as far as the Celtics go, if the Celtics do make it back to the playoffs, I don't expect them to be the number 1, 2, or 2 seed. I'm talking about lower seeds, or will they be in at all? That's the question. Will they be lucky to get the 7th or 8th seed? They might be in the thick of things, but we don't know. That's my opinion. Is with Jason Tatum out for the season, basically, with a torn Achilles. So that would, like I said, Jaylen Brown's going to have to hold that team together. And if they ended up winning, they end up being successful and end up winning, that's great. But without Jason Tatum, I don't know. So I might see them, if they do make the playoffs, like I said, probably a lower ranked seed in the playoffs as well. So, but we're not going to worry about that until their season starts in November. Bruins season starts October the 8th, and I'm really, really excited about what the Patriots are doing, all that. It'll be really, really cool. Well, that is it for today's episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans 1977, episode 2569 of the show. Big Beefy East Boston Ballers Beat, episode 20. And coming up tomorrow, I'll play some tic-tac-toe for you guys. And not only that, but for a very special bonus episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans 1977. Yes, right. Going to play the game of strategy, luck, knowledge, and daring Bullseye for a 20-round battle. Why? We're celebrating 45 years since Bullseye aired in syndication for the very first time, and first aired in syndication television. So we're going to celebrate the 45th anniversary of Bullseye by playing a 20-round battle of Bullseye. I'll still play it on Friday. So we shall see what happens. Anyway, I always have a sense of humor about this. So I'm really excited about it. Also tomorrow, you go to Mr. Garrison 96 channel at 5 in the afternoon. Both of us will be back after after a week postponement, and then we're gonna have the live reaction to Monday Night Raw. So, and next up, Crown Jewel in Perth, ladies and gentlemen, at 8 o'clock. So if I'm going to wake up and get some breakfast sandwiches going to watch that one, so it'll be great. So that's all the time that we have on the show. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you in the next episode. Now, it will be tomorrow, a little bit of tic-tac-toe for you after work. So until that next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, please, sir, take us home. That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E and Do It for Bob Saget production, and in association with a Raving Bull for 3000 Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. See you later on the next episode of the show. Goodbye for now.